Best YouTube episodes ever here as we try to get rid of this guy stuck in a building we can't seem to get into. You know, you don't need to know that to know how you're going to vote. I know that a lot of my family made their assessment on how to vote just on like 4 or 5 different things that they felt strongly about, and they'd made an inference on, and then that they went with that. But I think that that's actually a pretty good sign. There's got to be a switch to shoot. I think it's just this. But I don't believe we have the ability to break it yet. And I know this is a main story mission. Yeah, so... I mean, maybe there's a switch in there, maybe. We'll see. I mean, it looks like it'd be up top, but what the hell? But the game does not want us to mantle up there. At all. They say we're the only species that remember the past and think about the future. That's probably right. I know we're the only species that, well, take that back, that has generational learning. But they found that those monkeys with baboons with the big red asses, they do that too, I guess. Very, very limited, but it's actually pretty fucking fascinating. The baboons in Japan, they're isolated on this island, and they keep them isolated away from humans, and they've been studying them for a long time. And they found that every once in a while, even though they don't learn very often, there's usually one that will rise above the pack. So they feed them sweet potatoes. They love sweet potatoes. And one of them, they named her Kiki, figured out that she could wash the sweet potatoes in the salt water in the ocean. That gave them more flavor and made them cleaner because it washed the sand off them. Then they all started doing that. Then even after Kiki died, they kept doing it. So they didn't think monkeys could learn like that, because monkeys, like, there's this huge argument among anthropologists of whether monkeys have actually made it to the Stone Age or not. But the argument usually goes, no, technically they haven't, because they never advance. Like, you can put them in an enclosed environment and they'll figure out how to use a stick to get termites, and they'll figure out how to crack nuts, but they never move beyond that. They can figure out how to do it in different ways, but they don't become more efficient at it or anything. Well, these baboons on this island figured that out, and then they started giving them seeds, and they figured out another baboon of a different generation figured out figured out how to sift using the ocean again, using pebbles to sift the seeds and separate them. And then they figured out, hey, they can sift their seeds and they can do their potatoes. But then there's a whole nother question in there. This might help this booster. And that's, did we play too heavy a hand? Did we play like, you know, the hand of Prometheus giving fire to man from the gods? Those sweet potatoes aren't normally on that island, so that's not like natural conditions already. You gave them sweet potatoes. So did you create the conditions for the baboons to evolve like that? Or adapt, at least. Anyway, the larger point is, definitely baboons seem to have some kind of generational learning, but it's really, really slow and very limited. But it's like humans. It's limited to, usually there's an outlier. There's one baboon that's smarter than the others. There's always one human that's smarter than the others. I'm not going to come up with relativity. That was Einstein. I wasn't going to come up with evolution. That was Darwin. You know, it takes Newton to come up with the theory of gravity. And same thing apparently with the monkeys, which makes sense because, you know, we're just fucking hairless apes anyway. We're one of the few species that preys upon itself. And we're one of 2 species that has sex for pleasure. You know what's going to happen, though, is we're going to not be the apex. I'm going to save and quit. See if that does it. We're one of the only species. The big thing is, do octopuses, do other creatures have the kind of curiosity we do? You know, we'll stick our dick in stuff. We'll fiddle around with things we're not supposed to fiddle around with. We always ask questions. The way perception, it's exactly the same thing both of you are talking about, Wilson and Grill. It's perception. Maybe perception drove our evolution. But I think octopuses, depending on what the perception is, if that's the case, they have more neurons than we do. They experience reality in a totally unique way. Who knows where that's going to head. But we'll all be long gone. I say remember the past. I believe it's a good study. You think so? You don't think it was maybe manipulated just a little bit by having the humans show up? I believe conditions are poor, but I've heard of rich kids with all the advantage not use them and no kid with no create his own. Oh, definitely. I mean, that's a thing. That's like sports all the time. I've met so many people that were just excellent, had so much talent, and didn't do shit. We had a kid at our school. His name was Joey. He could have gone professional in football, no problem. He was 6'7". He could throw the football 60 yards from his knees. He never had to work for it. He took our team nearly to the state championship, and we're a small school competing in D1, so that means the biggest division. He was given full college rides to big schools, didn't take him because he was into drugs and drinking and sex and all that shit. He wasn't focused at all, because that's how we treat star athletes in this country, as you know, especially fucking football players. We give them a lot of privileges that they don't necessarily deserve. But I'm not going to complain about that. That's just human. Anyway, even with all the fucking up that he did, he went on to go and break a bunch of records in college at a small school in West Virginia and was given an invite to the Combine and an invite to try out for the New Orleans Saints and the Seattle Seahawks. And the night before he got that invite, he went out and he did a bunch of fucking drugs and he got really drunk and he never even showed up for it. And his life has just been rough. He's gotten himself straightened out. He's mostly sober. But he drives trucks. That guy could have been making $1 million, dollars to throw a football. Throw around with some dead pig skin. But then I've seen people, like, it's the classic Pete Rose thing, where Pete is like 5'4" and pudgy, and he's got buck teeth and he weighs 240, but he'll work his ass off. He'll go harder than anybody's willing to go. He'll dig deep. Or Michael Jordan. The difference between Michael Jordan and LeBron James and why Michael Jordan is better than LeBron James is Michael Jordan was willing to die for it. Every fucking day he was willing to die for it, if that's what it meant. That's the difference. LeBron James is great, but he holds back. Michael Jordan never held back. And some of it's because he's like a psychopath, but you can't argue the results, I guess. So, I'm just saying I agree with you. You gotta have a little bit of talent. You're not gonna become an NFL star if you're bound to a wheelchair. But it's pretty amazing how people who are born with a lot of talent tend to squander it. Of course, when you get that rare combination, like you do in Jordan, of talent and hard work, then the sky's the limit. If you can get both those things, my God. And you're gonna go places, kid. But it's one of God's own jokes that those two things do so rarely go together. Look at Babe Ruth. Imagine if Babe Ruth had the modern science, diet, and training techniques that modern baseball players do. That guy would hit home runs in the polo grounds back when baseball stadiums weren't uniformed in any way. Polo grounds had like a 550 feet fence, and that guy could hit it over that. He swung a bat that was 8 fucking pounds. He had a beer belly. He'd sit down and eat 24 hot dogs and 3 Cokes and get up and hit a fucking dinger. Babe Ruth is the 3rd best baseball player to ever live, behind Barry Bonds and Hank Aaron. Arguably, he's the 2nd best, but Barry Bonds, even with the steroids, is probably the greatest baseball player to ever live and should be in the Hall of Fame. Thank God we're talking about sports instead of politics. But if he had all the modern things that the athletes of today have, no doubt in my mind, he's the greatest fucking baseball player ever. Goddamn, that's a man right there, swagging around with an 8-pound piece of timber that's probably not even sanded all the way down. Gets up, and players were allowed to spike one another. The balls weren't even uniform or well-rounded back then. The stadiums can go as deep as 550 feet. If you've ever worn the old cleats, my grandpa, he was an athlete. And so I've got a lot of his old equipment. Dude, the old cleats are like 5 pounds. It's crazy. They used to give, my dad played football, and they used to give him salt tablets. Things that like we wouldn't even talk about doing today. Salt, no water. They would take salt tablets because it was thought that you depleted your salt, which you do a little bit, but it's not quite like that. This must be new. Maxed out Mother 2. Thank you for taking the time to read this flavor text. Flavor text loves you. It's just one of those things to think about. Babe Ruth or Ty Cobb in the modern baseball era, and how much they'd probably shit on these people. Pretty good. It's a laser. That's okay. You can create the conditions, but it doesn't mean it'll always be used. Absolutely. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. It's weird. I don't know that it's that good. Oh, I like the laser that comes out of the reload. But it's not melting things, and it's pretty hard on ammo. Alright, no glitch. Nice. If we find a +5 purple, we'll grab that baby up. I've yet to see one, though. I know they exist, but they're rare. They're really rare. Alright, please, give me the new ability so we can start busting some of this stuff. Busting makes me feel good.
The sheriff's dead. He can't be. Those double rider snakes are so damn happy.
Oh, this is the throat singing.
Wait, if sheriff's dead, who sent you? Who'd he leave in charge? Juno. What? What in ruination was he thinking? Juno? That just don't make sense. She used to be a damn devil rider. You know that, right? Sheriff's the one who took her in. Said she had told
She's a
her
devil rider?
times, but I never did trust her. Still don't. Suppose we gotta let that lie.
This throat singing, though.
Come on, get me out of here. I stole this off a devil rider that was roughing me up. It's something the company made, and I thought it might come in handy. You take it.
Yeah, I'm sure. You think just 40 years ago, the fact that... Probably even less time than that, 20 years ago. The fact that we can type, there's almost universal typing and computer skills. We can make like fucking 75 grand a year to type.
Quick now. Get me out of here before
Also, we can. Yay.
try to beat us hollow.
It's Doom. Oh, I was supposed to... Oh, I see.
Well, damn.
Whoops.
I told you those things were volatile. Now I see why Sheriff outlawed company goods in town.
But these conditions were not that bad. As far as prisons and
Now listen. I
in
overheard some devil riders
Borderlands go,
stone. Said they were keeping it up top in the back house. I'll show you the way. Follow me.
nowadays even a child can read. It makes you wonder what our brain will be capable of after a few more generations. It's probably getting squishier, to be fully honest.
Fireworks. We'll give them a reason to stop celebrating.
I don't know. We're definitely evolving, but there's a such thing as an evolutionary dead end, and you kind of wonder.
Mr. Cox, they ain't so damn tough. Iron's hot, real hot.
Hit core exploder. Hold on. Damn it. I want to open this thing. Can I just hit it now? Oh, yeah. All right. Come on, it's got to be powering the thing, which opens the door, right? I guess we'll find out in a little bit. I need to... We should just watch that from afar. This is level 57. Let's see how it does. He is doing nothing to that. Still hangs in there. Can't wait to get a new Maggie. Wow, level 57, still doing work, actually. Granted, it's a red mob, but it's way underleveled. Those are completely unimpressive. That's not doing near enough damage. Just feel like that should probably do a little bit more. Ooh. Did they buff the tribal? If they buffed it, then I'll definitely try it. Doesn't feel like it's doing that much. It's just a normal red mob. Ah! Yeah, this guy's shield should eventually bust. I want a permanent shield. And X damned with a ×2. Yeah. Hopefully they buff the dam. The dam looks so cool, but it was always so shit. Yeah, why not? I'll put it on. Let's see actually what we got going on here. Boomstick, whatever. It doesn't matter. Health damage. It's got the cryo to it. Well, plus 10 damage. Alright. Put on the cryo efficiency mod. I think you can have a cryo efficiency mod that also has the fast slide, though. What were we using? Stacking damage, Holy Grail, second wind bonuses. We've not been going down, so... that's less of a concern. I'm drinking at 11:14 p.m. I totally screwed up my sleep schedule routine. Good luck, man. That sucks. I hate when that happens. Don't really care about the rectifiers. That one's actually decent. The boring gun I can sell. The flacker. Ah. There'll be more where that came from. How much damage does that do compared to this? The ×2 is gonna... I've yet for this to... the barrage to do shit. I'll sell the Digiclone version of it. I haven't seen a vendor in a long time. I mean, the frozen with the frozen damage. This fucking guy, though. Oh, yeah, with the frozen damage. Oh, yeah. And once they're frozen, this just... oh my god, that just deletes them. I don't even have a whole lot tomorrow until Monday possibly, so it should be good. I'm going for consistency. What are you going to do, just stay up all night? Sometimes, I'll be honest with you, coffee puts me to sleep, man. If I drink too much of it, are you like that? This phaser's fun. Did they buff it, or is it just the mix of mods? Ah! How the fuck? How'd she get by me without us noticing like that?
Kill you dead! Deader than dead! Extra dead!
Extra dead. God dang it. Fuck over here. Freeze, there we go. Freeze.
Honestly, not how I expected that to shake out.
Not it. Oh, I expected that to shake out.
Letting the lead fly! Circling my wagons! Pebble in your boot or something?
We'll wait for this quest. Oh, a chest. I leg day the other day and that just takes it out of me. Nice, you work out? I didn't know that. Yeah, I'm thinking about staying up, just going for it. Sometimes for me, coffee just isn't enough to keep me going. You gotta get those Adderalls in. Take a little amphetamine. Take a little amphetamine. Where the hell are you at, Tonto? Tonto! What did we learn? The Juno's a part of the Devil Riders? I do wish the Halloween event was going on right now, though. That'd help with our farming. Man, I want to get another Maggie, too.
Welcome to the ball game.
Oof. Oof. Oh, damn. Nice, we can get you revived. That's the first time we've gone down in a long time, to be fair. Now that was on him.
My prize.
Again, that was on him. How does he keep appearing in front of us like that?
Did you see that?
We're mobbing just fine. Mayhem 11, we're doing okay. Normally I can't do shit. This live session, what happened? Telescoping hosses look like the big daddies from the Pirate DLC, Borderlands 2. Keep shooting that damn guy. I wish he had like a green outline around him. Something they will not be changing anytime soon, but still.
Personal space. Need some personal space. Party before you die, all right?
This thing's actually doing really good.
Live by the sword. Die by the... whatever you...
Whatever you kill me with. This is from the arms race. The thug. It's like a Torg and a Jacobs had a baby. I wonder what that tower is. So it turns out Juno is a devil, or you guys didn't going for it. Oh yeah.
That's the way in. No, it ain't like the Devil Riders are just gonna open the doors to you. Take a look around. I'll stand watch.
Still alive? You know, I thought about asking you to join the Devil Riders. But to ride with us, you've got to follow the code. There's no room in our ranks for coin thieves and bounty hunters.
This don't take us very far. Find a way into the hideout.
Decided to crash a party.
I wish Claptrap was at the end of that thing. Nice.
How about that?
I mean, graphically, this DLC has stayed impressive. It has stayed impressive.
So I'll head back to town. Me and Juno are gonna have some words. Find that stone. We're counting on you.
Wait, so no, Juno's definitely not one of the devils, I guess.
In the company days, the bathhouse was a beacon of hospitality. There was nothing clean about it now. The Vault Hunter figured it was time to wash
Need a vendor, there we go.
riders in blood.
Nobody does bullets better than Marcus munitions.
That clockwork could be good. I don't know if I'll use it, but I'm going to keep it around for now. Is there an event going on, or do they just make it much more common to have legendary nades in the...
Need a diagnosis?
But I want to change shields just because whatever we... This 100% reflection, I feel like, is... Damn. Damn. And we have, what, 100% chance to reflect while shielded and a 15% chance to reflect projectiles while shielded. Isn't that like 115%? It's basically got a triple reflect. And then it has the bonus damage. It's just really good. And if we put distributed denial on that, even though it's bugged, which we could 100% do. It's a big area. It's quite a big yurt. Well, it's not a yurt, but yurt just sounds cool. It's a big arena. Like, this would be cool if you could add areas like this into Arms Race. If Arms Race was all like a different environment for each planet, another cool thing they could have done.
Chapter in mi saga.
Bays are dropping people right now. Is the knowledge of my own existence real? Dude, you think therefore you are Wilson. Is this any good now? It was always kind of disappointing, but that one's fucking dead. For being a sniper, it was always disappointing, but maybe it's better now.
Just a sec. Hold that thought. My sayonara. Come on.
It's alright. Big-headed midgets. Excuse me, Tinks.
See? I got tricks.
Ooh, with the cannon. The 1-2 kind of stop here. Freeze him. Bring him in, freeze him, and then shoot him in the face. Oh, this is new. Pneumatic beast. Wilson, I believe, so never know. Now all I have to do is hide my body in the ground and let ants consume your tongue and become one. One with it all. Once again. Change your latency mode, damn you. Admit it, I'm having fun. Borderlands is fun right now. Maybe it's Mayhem 11 that's doing it. I don't know, but I'm not having to shoot things 5 million times. I know that much. My Xbox hasn't shut itself down. The frame rate's been pretty stable. So right now I'm having fun. It's feeling like Borderlands, and that's good. I hope it doesn't get soured. I like Arms Race. It could be about 1 million times better, but I still like it. For now. I hope I'm not in another honeymoon phase. They're probably going to up the level cap and introduce Mayhem 15. And they've said they're not going to up the cap again, though, so... It's a good anointment on that flacker. Dude, this is the build right now. Fucking grappling hook 'em Doom style and shoot him in the face. That monocle has a really deep scope to it. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, everything's reminding you of Doom Eternal. It's true. It is true. There is a canon and everything. You're right. They definitely were inspired by Doom. But it's actually fun. I'm having fun, and I'm glad because I love Borderlands.
Beast of a man named Haddon Marr in that area. Track him down and show him he ain't as tough as he likes to think.
Nothing like cover when you're getting shot at.
Out of juice.
Haddon was a vicious man. Used to take proper delight in murdering folk who tried to...
This is like a proper build right now.
It looks like his days are
Bring him in,
skulls are
hit him, and then we have the crits going through. The crits pierce enemies for increased damage for each enemy pierced, and then we have the ricochet bullets. So the bullets are going out from this. Look at that. While action skills active, constantly trigger novas. Like, this is actually really working right now. Mayhem 11, we're mobbing through it. Energized NARP, that's new. And the sniper actually feels like a sniper because of it, rather than just a pea shooter like the snipers have been feeling like. Like, everything has been feeling like. It might be the new skill tree with the new build that's doing this. It could possibly be that with all the patches post Mayhem 2.0, they're finally starting to get it to a better place. One can hope. Maybe we only know 1%. We certainly know only 1% of what we don't know. But like cream, will rise to the top. Where's this thing? Oh, there it is. I wish Zane could double jump. Stole the stuff fair and square.
They may have been filthy outlaws, but they still enjoyed a nice bath. Vault Hunter hit him where it hurts.
The real challenge would be taking this into the takedown. everything now has to be hit by the core exploder.
Out of ammo already? Damn! I've got him in my sight! I ain't scared of you!
I get through this!
The only thing that stops the build from working is shields. Man, the phaser is melting too, though.
I never miss! Some of these are warning shots!
Yes. Some of these are warning shots.
Death comes for us all! But you first!
Welcome to the ball game.
It's got me twice, and the third time I do not imagine that we will laugh as much. Or I will anyway. Holy shit, Wilson's playing some music. It's like, alright, asshole, you didn't let your political talk bleed into too much. Oh, you don't gotta veto it. I don't mind, I was just gonna turn the game music down some. DMCA. Oh no, I didn't care. They only DMCA the clips and stuff. And I've made our VOD sub only, so, you know, unless somebody wants to sub, I don't know that we can be trolled on it. Subbing for a troll is a big ask. Especially for smaller streamers. So I'm saying I'm okay with it. People troll tax season with money all the time. Yeah, but that's tax season. Oh, we do have music playing.
They weren't taking the bait, so it was time to find something a little more destructive.
You run into a lot of trolls? Nah, not too often. Number one rule for trolls here, Gorilla, is just ignore them. Ignore them and ban them. I don't even give them second chances, honestly. I don't like to. I trust the mods, and I'm grateful for the mods, so... They want to give them a second chance. I feel like that's right. Then go for it. But basically, the rule is just ignore them. Froze in air. Like, dude. If pigeons were able to gather in mass and lift up a pig, could we technically say that pigs fly? And that we had invented something called the courier pig? And then could you look it in the eyes and you could say, that'll do, pig. That'll do. It keeps me up at night. These things, they keep me up at night. I mean, definitely not the, you know, we usually, I've been told like I'm an autistic Tom Cruise, that they lost count of my double chins and shit like that, but nothing like Wings of Redemption or, well, I should say, I don't know, Wings, whatever, I'm not talking shit about him, so. Tax season, where literally people will fuck with them in every capacity. Swat them or dox them. Apparently send shit to their house. Literal human shit. Dirty deeds. Dude, after we do this main story stuff. It'd be a good victory if we do the main story tonight, then come in for cleanup the next day. See how far we get. I plan to stream until like 2 a.m. But you have a bigger dick. Thank you, Freak Show. Anybody who's in this community has a big dick, and that includes the girls. Everybody here is at least swinging 10 to 12 inches. We'll see you on YouTube Live. Yeah, that could be good. If that had the times 2 like that one, that could be really good. Because of the elemental critical hits can cause status effects, a Nova that deals 500% status effect damage, and it's going to use it just for fun. It'll look cool too. Because of the radioactive damage, the radiation damage combined with that anointment, I feel like there's potential. So far, though. Find town stone. Okay. Found the town stone. Oh, here it is.
I met a wise lass who once said, "Fair."
Where's the town stone, then? Found something destructive. Where are we heading? This map is huge.
There was bound to be something highly flammable about.
Ooh.
Ah. No hitbox for that. No hitbox for thee. It's good enough for thee, but not good enough for me. Do as I say and not as I do.
A little improvised explosive would do the trick.
Song's unique. I put a cherry bomb in the crapper.
Whether it was a good idea or a bad idea, it's hard to say.
They're trying to burn down my damn bathhouse.
Alright, let's try it.
Get up there and stop them, bastard.
Well, that sure got that, didn't it?
It's doing damage. Holy shit. The Purple and Mayhem 11 mobbing it out right now.
Wow, look at the stadium.
Radioactive. I think it's the damage, man. I think it's that radioactive damage. Elemental critical hits can cause static effects of the elemental critical hits can cause static effects of that element to explode, creating a nova that deals 500% of the status effects damage. This does 2,740 damage per second. Considerable. Okay, well we have. It's where is it? Whenever Zane scores a critical hit, no, that's not it. This is it. While aiming down sight, Zane's weapons deal bonus damage and automatically apply their status effect. So we can automatically crit the status effect that deals 500% of 2,000 plus.
At the time, it was just another gunfight. Wasn't until a few years later.
Song veers from Weird Al to Acid to Frank Zappa to Queen and back again.
Sent a laugh.
I can do like 5 Frank Zappa songs total that I like. I like him in concert. I've listened to some of his live concerts, and those are pretty good. But his stuff on the record, like Yellow Snow and some of his stories, I can listen to, but the rest, it's just too weird for me. Yeah, this sounds kind of like Frank Zappa right now. That mix of like 70s rock, but it's totally irreverent, doesn't make any sense most of the time. I mean, it melted the fuck out of his shields, but... Dude, I wish I could roll through, like, just getting shot in the face like that. God, the reload continues to be ass on the crossroads.
How the bloody hell do you reload this thing?
This is what I want. Yeah, let's experiment with this some more. Honest to God, that's pretty good. Hey, that's pretty good. That's a lot of radiation damage. I mean, I know we're just mobbing, but that's... Every time we fucking crit him, the status effect is getting planted. So imagine if we could find this on a legendary.
And you're dead. Fancy that.
Be out with Jeffy. Yes, this is my side.
Oh, we got a badass viewer. Let's see how well they survive the purple phaser. Thing is eating ammo, but it looks cool and it's doing pretty good. Oh, he's getting pretty tanky. Alright, let's switch it up. Let's hit him with the sniper. Pretty good. What's this? That's another one of these. Let's try this thing out. Is that a Torg?